Hey guys, welcome back to Kayleigh Kate Vlog. I am so glad you guys are here. Today, it's basically all about slowing down and enjoying the garden and just taking life one simple moment at a time. I always like to start my morning out here in the garden, watering the plants. It's such a very peaceful way to wake up. Just me, the plant, and the sound of hitting the leaves. It almost feels like a reset button for how the rest of my day is set up to be. And if any gardeners know, you can't really resist grabbing a bell pepper that is ready to basically eat fresh off the vine. They are so fresh, and when you bite into it, they're really crisp. And honestly, I think nothing really compares to eating something you grew with your own hands. And to all of you guys who have watched my previous vlogs, I started this garden mostly for my mental health at a time when I needed peace and a reason to get outside. And to this day, like, beside watering my garden or working on my DIY projects, I spend most of my day inside the house. I'm still looking for a job, so I spend most of my day behind a computer, either looking for a job, school, editing, and so gardening gave me something to basically nurture, something to look forward every day. And with everybody who's in the job market, you know how frustrating it can be at times. So gardening has been teaching me patience, and it brought me so much joy. And even though, my medication helps me stay stable sometimes, I feel like my gardening adds on to that medication because it provides me that calmness that I need. And after the garden, I head inside to clean up some cucumbers that I had picked earlier this week. And I think there's just something so satisfying about chopping up food you grew yourself. It makes cooking feel more intentional and more connected. Today I'm keeping things simple and using some leftover crockpot chicken that I had cooked earlier this week. I just basically season it up a little bit with some garlic and some beef bouillon and some fajita seasoning. I am very concerned about my cholesterol level and my blood pressure, so I tend not to want my food to be too salty. And because it was leftover, you can always use a little bit more seasoning to it to glow it up. Then for the side course is going to be some pasta, and it's nothing fancy, just this 5 cheese pasta that I actually got from the Dollar Tree, and I think it's budget friendly. But I think honestly, when you cook any kind of food right and pair it with some fresh garden veggies, it feels so cozy and comforting, and something that could be very cheap tends to be a very nice meal and a very warm meal that warms you from the inside. And I also had some leftover juice from the crock pot, so I blended up to make a simple sauce for the chicken. And one thing about me, I love finding ways to use every bit of what I cook. I used to not be so big about leftovers, and so now I'm trying to find ways where when I cook meal, it's very quick and very small portions. So even if I do have leftovers and I keep them in the refrigerator, I can use it and eat it immediately. So then I don't just let it sit in the fridge. As somebody who live alone, sometimes leftovers can you know, get tossed in the trash from sitting in the fridge for too long. And finding ways to cook another meal with leftovers, it just makes me feel very creative and just complete, you know. And while everything simmers on the stove, I like to clean as I go. And for me, a clean kitchen equals a calm mind. It just feels better to enjoy dinner when the space around me is tidy and peaceful. And when I say tidy, I'm not talking about Mary Kondo tidy. I'm talking about tidy for me, where everything that needs to be in its space is in its place. And I still had to do the dishes after I finished, because you know I had to put the food over in the fridge and then clean the pot that I cooked with. So it's not tidy. It's just not as messy.
You wear me down. My actions will be forgiven. When we first met,
And that's my slow day, starting in the garden, ending with a cozy meal. So I want to say thank you so much for watching and spending time with me on Kayleigh Kate Vlog. And I hope you take a little moment to slow down and enjoy the simple things in life. Until next time, bye.